Good day, everyone. Today we will understand the concept of RNA interference in controlling the plant pathogens. The origin of RNA interference, that is RNAi, are those which recognizes RNAs and helps in degradation or prevents the translation in cells. RNA is an effective antiviral defense and they play a very important role in plant diseases caused by cellular plant pathogens. This RNAi was first noticed in 1990s by Napoli and his colleagues. They tried to deepen the purple color of the flower in Petunia by introducing chalcone synthase gene, but they noticed the results contrasting to their expectations. The flowers got depigmented and endogenous gene mRNA transcript levels were greatly reduced. Based on this, that is suppression of both transgene and endogenous gene, the phenomenon was termed as co-suppression. But at that time, the mechanism of this phenomenon was not known because the post-transcriptional gene silencing was not accepted explanation. The post-transcripted gene silencing is nothing but it is the mechanism by which cells shut down the DNA, which is described as switching off of a gene by mechanism other than genetic modification. This type of suppression was observed in fungi, that is Neurospora. It was termed quelling. It was demonstrated that the double-stranded RNA was more effective in gene silencing than antisense RNA. This was termed as RNAi. It was recognized that a mechanism of gene suppression occurs post-transcriptionally and majority of this post-transcriptional gene silencing is by RNA interference. The selective degradation of mRNAs is targeted by siRNA. siRNA is a small interfering RNA, also known as silencing RNA. They are a class of double-stranded RNA non-coding RNA molecules which are 20 to 25 base pairs in length and they operate within the RNA interference pathway. This mechanism was developed as a virus-induced gene silencing, that is VIGS system, based on sequence homology studies between virus and the transgene or endogenous gene that can cause PTGS, that is post-transcriptional gene silencing. Here we can see the picture of RNAi based biopesticides in crop protection. It is easy to implement, very economical, efficient delivery, and the bioinformatics for biosafety and selectivity in designing of dsRNA, that is RNA interference. This RNAi can be used to control pests, plant pathogenic fungi, nematodes, weeds, and viruses. Now we will see the different methods to induce RNAi in plants. Number of methods are used to deliver dsRNA in the cells, which include transformation with dsRNA into the vectors by agrobacterium mediated transformation. The first one is agrofiltration. It is a powerful method to study processes connected with RNAi. The injection of agrobacterium carrying similar DNA constructs are injected into the intracellular spaces of the leaves for triggering the RNA silencing, which is known as agroinoculation or agroinfiltration. In plants, cytoplasmic RNAi can be induced efficiently by agroinfiltration in the similar way by using tDNA vectors through Agrobacterium tumefaciens. The transiently expressed DNA encodes single-stranded or double-stranded RNA, which is called hairpin RNA, that is HpRNA. This is more effective because dsRNA can be processed directly to siRNA. This can be used to induce silencing. The second method is microbombardment. In this method, a linear or a circular template is transferred into the nucleus by microbombardment. The siRNA have been transferred into the plants by pressure to cause silencing of GFP expression. The RNAi pathway is activated by bombarding cells with the particles which are coated with double-stranded RNA, siRNA or DNA that encode hairpin constructs and sense or antisense RNA. In this picture, we can see the GFP, that is green fluorescent protein in transgenic plants, which can be silenced by agroinfiltration with GFP. GFP is a protein which exhibits bright green fluorescence when exposed to light in the blue to ultraviolet ranges. Here, when the non-transformed plant is exposed to UV light, it results in red fluorescence under UV light. When the GFP transgenic plant is exposed to UV light, green fluorescence can be seen under the UV light. This is the structure of microinjection or microbombardment. This microbombardment device is also called as gene gun. The gold or tungsten particles are coated with plasmid DNA, which are accelerated with air pressure and shot into the plant tissues on a Petri plate. The metal particle punches in and pass through the cell walls and enter the plant cells. The third method is virus-induced gene silencing, that is VIGS. The modified viruses as RNA silencing triggers are used as a mean for inducing RNAi in plants. The DNA viruses have not been used as expression vectors due to their size constraints for moment. The use of viral vectors in gene silencing requires cloning of homologous gene fragments into virus without affecting replication and the moment. The extent of silencing, spread, and the severity of viral symptoms can vary significantly in different host plants and host or viruses. Plant defenses with viruses and diversity of infection patterns, the viruses differ with respect to gene silencing. In this picture, we can see the RNAi pathway. First, the double-stranded RNA are broken down into short interfering RNA by dicer. Next, the siRNA dicer complex along with the additional components forms RNA-induced silencing complex and the siRNA unwinds. After the siRNA base pairs with a complementary mRNA which guides the RNAi machinery to the target mRNA. The target mRNA is effectively cleaved and later degraded, which results into gene silencing. Moving on to the next concept, that is RNAi strategies in the plant disease management. The RNAi technology is most potential and promising strategies which enhances resistance in plants to overcome fungal, bacterial, viral and nematode diseases which causes huge loss in agricultural crops. We will see management of pathogenic fungi. The RNA silencing is used as a reverse tool for gene targeting in fungi. The hypomorphic mechanism of RNAi indicates it can be used to all plant pathogenic fungi which are polyploid and polykaryotic in nature. Next is management of plant pathogenic bacteria. Escobar and his team documented the examples of bacterial diseases management where RNAi showed a remarkable type of gene regulation. This contained a modified version of two bacterial genes causing diseases and to manage bacterial disease through RNAi. The extra genes recognize and shut down the expression of particular bacterial gene and prevent the spread of infection. The bacteria causing tumors also could not make the hormones, and the plant which did not contain the genes responsible for the silencing were more susceptible to Agrobacterium tumefaciens. Now let us see the management of plant pathogenic viruses. Antiviral RNAi technology is used for management of viral diseases in human cell lines, and this can also be implemented to protect the plant from the viral infection. This was first reported in potato plant, harboring vectors for simultaneously expression of both sense and antisense transcripts of helper component proteinase gene. And the last one is management of plant parasitic nematodes. Plant parasitic nematodes cause large damage to important crops like legumes. RNAi technology has shown possibilities to overcome and protect plants from nematode. There are two approaches. One is targeting plant genes which involve in infection, and second is to target essential genes within the nematodes. The RNAi has emerged as an effective technique and plays very important role in hampering the nematode development. In this picture, we can see how the RNAi can be used. The BioClay spray is prepared which contains dsRNA that switch off gene expression. The LDH, that is lactate dehydrogenase, releases dsRNA which will affect the pathogen by forming RNA-induced silencing complex. This will degrade the viral RNA. So, what we can understand by all these information of RNAi? The field of RNAi emerging and generating effective results. This is eco-friendly, biosafe and evergreen. It can help in obtaining viral resistant plants. It can facilitate silence gene expression, and it is time specific and inducible promoters activate in the target tissue. This is a small size permitting multiple genes to be targeted at once. It has less manipulation and less time required in the metabolic pathway. It may also be used to develop gene-specific therapeutics. These are the references. You can refer these articles for more information and more examples. Please do subscribe the channel for more such concepts, and you can also suggest a topic for more such videos. Do subscribe, share and support. Thank you.